Kitty Blue here. Welcome to my doll channel. This is going to be another episode or series of the Getting to Know My Dolls. In this series, I'll be choosing a doll or dolls and going more in depth of who they are, where they are from, and what may have inspired the character. So today we have these two dolls here. First off, we'll just hit on the what may have inspired the character, because both of these characters are actually original characters of mine that you can see on my very old business card, Miss Kitty's Closet. That is actually my shop name. And when I first originally had Miss Kitty's Closet as a name for my shop, I was going to be doing fashions, and with those fashions were going to be different types of styles, and I created all of these characters, these 5 original characters, kind of to be a character for each portion of the shop. I did not go that route with my fashion design degree. I am making furry ears and tails, just accessories for humans, not for dolls, even though I have made some ears and tails for some of my dolls. So that is kind of their what inspired the characters. And I love big cats, so all of them are resemblance of a big cat or a animal of some kind. And yeah, so that is the inspiration, I guess you would say, on how these characters came about. Then I got into ball jointed dolls, and I'm just like, ooh, I could totally make my characters out of these dolls, because I originally wanted to actually manufacture dolls that were cat creatures, and there actually were some out there, I actually found out. But anyways, back to my video of my 2 characters here. So the first one I'm going to introduce is Hederyx. She is a Resin Soul Mai. And the Resin Soul Mai is traditionally a boy sculpt on a boy body if you go to their website. But they had kind of limited characters at that time back in 2010, 2011. And I was looking at different, characters and stuff, so I'm just like, oh, I think she would look great as a girl, because I think they can be either or. I do have several dolls in my collection that are, girl heads on boy bodies and boy heads on girl bodies, and it doesn't matter. Does not matter. They all fit, and I think with the right face-ups and everything, they're just fine. But she is in the green resin. She originally, when I purchased her, she had the normal single jointed May body, but I got her a Garden of Dolls body. Resin Soul manufactured Garden of Dolls. And all the resin colors matched, so her resin color matched her head because it was all green, and it came from Resin Soul. So, before we get any further, I'm going to show you a bigger illustration of Hederyx here. I did draw this. This is not traced. This is not, copied or anything like that. This is an original illustration that I did in fashion. I want to say I created these characters probably late 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, that is Hederyx. In this, you'll see that she actually is supposed to have silver kind of eyes, silverish purple, but she has orange brown. That's what I went with for her. And her hair is green, as you can see. She resembles she's supposed to represent a lynx cat. So she's got like the tuft ears. And I could not find a wig in any style like this whatsoever, and definitely not in green. There's like lime green wigs. Sometimes you'll get this color green, but there wasn't like a darker kind of shade of green. So I made one out of faux fur. So I made her wig and attached her ears. Her outfit I did not make. but we'll get to that in a second. Her age is 18. She is a Ryith, so all of my characters pretty much come from Tanar. Not all of the dolls I have come from the realm of Tanar, but definitely my characters for the photo stories. That is just to jump back a little bit. That is why I decided to introduce these dolls right now, is because I'm re-uploading my photo stories onto YouTube so that more people can view them. I used a text to voice program. So I have the photos, and you can read them as well. You can try and read them. Sometimes the writing's kind of hard to read, but it has text on the bottom. So it's a photo, a text on the bottom, and it's just going through photos. And then there's a voice overlay on them so that like the dolls are speaking to each other. So in episode 15, Sisters Reunited, is when these two dolls got introduced. At that time, I don't even think that they had face-ups. I definitely had the wigs for them, but I don't think that they had face-ups at that time. Actually, Hederyx probably did, because I got her with a face-up, but it was just a basic face-up, and I wanted to add to it, and I kind of messed it up and had to wipe her face completely and redo it. So her face-up I actually did her face-up. We'll talk about her in a second. So going back to Dianthi. That's Dianthi. Going back to Hederyx. Her style is goth, more like kind of club goth, not like goth, like black everything goth. There's different kind of, at least for me, because I'm back from the 80s, it's like there's been different like evolutions and stuff of goth, and you know, it's kind of the club scene kind of goth and things like that as well. So I consider it goth. Maybe people would consider it something else, but you know, kind of club, kind of goth. So that being said, her outfit, I did make her red tank top under here, but I didn't make the rest of the stuff. I will not even start to try and figure out where any of this clothing or the shoes or anything come from, because I've had this doll. Oh, that's what I forgot. She arrived January the 7th, 2011. There's just no way that I'm going to remember that unless I actually write it down. Like, I have a database for all of my dolls, but I did not do that for all of my accessories, clothes, wigs, shoes, and things like that. I did not do a database, so there's just no way that I'm going to remember where something is unless I just recently bought it. So for anybody that, you know, thinks that I'm ignoring them, if you ask me a question of where I got something, I'm not ignoring you. I honestly cannot remember. I'm not gatekeeping, because I've had people tell me that I gatekeep because I'm not telling them where I got something from, and they think I'm keeping this from them or whatever, and I honestly do not remember. So there is I'm not trying to hide things from people, gatekeep, whatever you want to call it. It's just that almost 15 years, there's just no way that I can remember every single item that I have purchased for my BJDs. So let's check out her shoes. Speaking of, these are really cool shoes that I got back in like probably 2011, 2010, 2012, somewhere along that line. I do not remember where they came from. They definitely do not make them anymore. I don't even think the shop's open anymore. Just really honestly no clue. All right, moving along. Special interests. So she likes clubbing and music, mostly like goth, industrial kind of music. She is chlorokinesis, which means that she can manipulate plants. So she can make them grow, she can make them do things, she can basically control them in any way. Most of my characters that are Ryith do have special abilities, because the ancient travelers that came to Earth very, very long time ago which I might have gotten into a little bit with Kid Eye Blue and Takmoda. But basically, like, Ryath are human and ancient traveler DNA mixed together. And the ancient traveler DNA actually has, like, animal DNA in it. So they're very anthro kind of style characters. And so that created the Ryath. So yeah. They have special abilities, each of them. And hers happens to be manipulating plants. Family, she has a half-sister Kid Eye Blue. In that photo story that I mentioned that they are both in Sisters Reunited, episode 15. I kind of like go over that a little bit. So Kid Eye Blue had not seen Hederyx in about 10 years. And so when Kid Eye Blue was very, very young, she actually lost her father. Her mother got remarried to Hederyx's father. And when Kid Eye Blue was 18 and Hederyx was around 8, her mother passed away. So Hederyx's father took Hederyx away from the populated area of Tanar, to try and protect her and, try to get her to, like, have a more normal-ish life and get away from all of the upheaval and everything in Tanar. Unfortunately, a lot of family history of most of my characters is the same. A lot of characters, family members have passed away due to violence and upheavals and all kinds of things going on in Tanar. So, yeah, and recently in the photo story, it does allude to that Hederyx's father actually just recently passed away. So they are the only family that they have is each other. Her best friends are Dianthi, which we will get here to in a second. And, yep, we'll start with her and we'll show her sketch. This is the same images that are on this business card. They're just in a different form. So these are actual real sketches. They're not copies. I drew all of these. You can kind of see that the markers have bled through the paper. So this is not a print or anything. This is an actual original picture. Unfortunately, it has yellowed over time. Totally would love to hang these up in my attic, which is my studio space. But that is Dianthi. Image that I drew of her, and I received her on January the 7th, 2011. I will add the box opening. I've been doing that now for the videos. I've been adding in the box opening links in the description so that if you want to go back and look at the box opening videos back then, feel free. Quality probably isn't that great. I know I don't even know what I was using back then as far as, like, taking the videos, but that was January 7th, 2011. I did receive them on the same day. I cannot recall if I received them from the same location or if I just happened to have gotten in 2 orders at the same time, which has happened before. But yeah, we're going on to Dianthi. She is Resin Soul Lee. This is the second version of her. Her first version was the normal pink color that they had at that time. I asked about custom colors back then, and they said, no, they do not do custom colors. So I just kind of had to do my own thing. I got her in the pink that they have, but it was more kind of a peachy, like normal, like skin tone pink. So it was very, very pale. Did not suit her. So eventually, I don't know how many years ago, I have a box opening video when I got her back again, when I got her the second time. I did get a custom pink, but it's still pretty light. But you definitely can tell it's pink when it's next to like white or a normal resin color. So yeah, I re-got her. The face up actually is from Resin Soul. Originally, I did do her face up, so I took a picture of the first one that I got. After I did her face up, I took a picture of it. When I sold her, I actually wiped the face up because I didn't want to sell her as my character with the face up and everything, because it's my original character and I didn't want to do that. So I had them do the face up. They did an amazing job. I love it. But her hair is pink, as you can see. Her eyes are blue. She is age 17. She is also a Ryeth, so she resembles, or she represents, a cheetah. And her style is Harajuku style fashion. So she's kind of got a different style. She likes the bright colors. She likes mix matching things. Right now, she just has some basic clothes on. I made these shorts and the leggings, and the top came from, I think, a Delilah Noir doll. I only remember that because I know that it came from that. But she's got some heart clips and colorful clips in her hair. Move her little friend. She also has these cool boots that I believe are from the same shop that I got Hederyx's boots from. But again, it's been very, very long ago, and they probably I don't think they exist any longer. I think they closed like even right after I had actually purchased it. So couldn't tell you where those are from. Her favorite color is pink. Her special interest, she likes art. She does do some art as well, illustrations, more like anime kind of stuff. She likes dancing, and she reads mangas, and she actually likes supernatural like stories and UFOs and aliens and stuff like that. She does not have any family. Unfortunately, she is one of the people that her family got killed in Tanar. She never had any siblings or anything like that. And her best friend is Hederyx. She does have her little friend here, her little weasel ferret friend here that does not have a name. One thing that I didn't do that I might start kind of adding into these is like going in more to like their personalities, because it's like in the beginning I'm going in depth of who they are, where they are from, and what may have inspired the character. So I told you what inspired these particular characters. They're from a place called Tanar, which is a different dimension realm than ours. And I told you a little bit about who they are, but like personality-wise, I haven't really gone into that on any of these introduction videos. So we'll start with this one. Hopefully I remember to add this to the next videos. But yeah, you kind of get a sense if you like watch the photo stories or read the photo stories, you kind of get a sense of their different personalities. So definitely like check those out. If you haven't, I will place a link below the playlist for all my photo stories that are on YouTube. It is a text to voice, so it's just photos with the text underneath, but what I did for YouTube to put them on YouTube as a video, I added I went through a program, text to voice, so that they are actually talking. So you can kind of get a sense of their personalities just by the stories and the conversations that they're having. But anyways, Dianthi is very soft-spoken and a little shy. She definitely like shows her flair of, you know, a flair of her personality with her fashions and stuff like that, but she's definitely like more shy and soft-spoken, whereas Hederyx is a total opposite. She's very outspoken. She speaks her mind. She tells people how, you know, how it is. She definitely stands up for people that might be, you know, unable to stand up for themselves or that are being bullied or anything like that. So these two really make a great like best friend, you know, kind of thing, because of their personalities are opposite and they really help each other out. They've both lost family members, so they have that connection. But yeah, they're really great characters. they're definitely gonna like evolve over the photo stories. So I definitely recommend watching those photo stories and listening to them. If you do decide to do that, definitely do it in order of the videos. Right now I just uploaded, I think, episode 16. There are 48 stories that I have total. These photo stories are completely original stories that I created using only my dolls. And they're not copied from anything. It's all original. I did these photo stories back when I first got my dolls back in 2010, 2011. And I've continued throughout the years. I'm just re-uploading them onto YouTube so that more people can view them instead of having to go to Facebook or Instagram or Den of Angels or anything like that, because not everybody's on those. So definitely take a look at those. They're in a specific story like timeline. So you might miss some little details if you don't watch them in order. I mean, you can watch them out of order. That's completely up to you. But I definitely would recommend like watching them in order so that you get an idea of where the characters are starting and how they evolve throughout the photo stories. I will be continuing those stories after the 48. Once I get all those uploaded onto YouTube here, I'm going to start making new stories. So that being said, that is it for this particular Getting to Know My Dolls series, introduction of Hederyx and Dianthi. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to place any comments below if you would like if you have other things that you would like to see in this particular video that you'd like to know about the dolls that I can do in future videos, or if you just have any ideas in general of different content that you might want to see on my channel, please feel free to leave me, a note down in the comments. And until next time, again, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Take care and stay safe.